Are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Sunday episode. What's up, Jomo?
Man, CM, I love these Sundays episodes. Chilling, beautiful weekend, beautiful life. Life is smiling. Everything is good, man. Everything is good, my man. So happy Sunday, everyone. Glad to have you with us. Smash the like, show us some love. Tell us where you're from in this world. Comment in the section below. We're going to have a beautiful episode for you, showing you the love. Remember, everything that we say today is pure education and entertainment. Nothing we say is financial advice at all. But we're here to show you what we traders believe is happening, can happen, and might happen in a way that teaches you as much as possible. So make sure to ask those beautiful questions. Make sure to stimulate a little bit our minds also, because that will make it just more fun for us. And yeah, we're going to talk coins, tickers, markets, whatever you want to ask, just ask. CM, what do you think? Market, Bitcoin, ZBCN, what do you want to start with?
Yeah, man. Is the sell-off over? That's the question now. All the moon boys and all the clowns calling for the bottom is in, and we are here to tell you guys that it might not be in. You might have more downside. Let's look on the sweet little Bitcoin. Some nasty candle on the weekly is forming here. You can
Yeah.
see this is the weekly bars here. The double top here. What is this chart? 1 second, let me click a bigger chart here. All right, so you can see this double top type of horns, like the devil horns. This looks bearish as fuck, the devil horns here. You can see that's the head of the devil. And now you have a potential lower high, another little head here of the devil with another doji that we warned you last week as well on the doji that formed here on a lower high. And look what happened this week. Boom, spill, puke, 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 puke. And and man, I will not be surprised to see Bitcoin coming down to these levels in beginning of October. Why not? If it breaks below the 107, I will not be surprised to see it goes over there. And actually, to let everybody know, the Black Rocks are playing ping pong with the Bitcoin and the 50-week MA. Okay, so the 50-week MA is where the Black Rocks are buying, and they pretty much looking for, like you can see here as well, 50-week MA they're buying. They run it higher, and then they sell. Okay, they create the tops. Probably, they have a rule of thumb, like after 60-70% they start unloading, boom, and then boom, buyback, unloading, and buyback. That's in my opinion what might happen. You might get a rejection of the 50-week MA. What do you think, Jomo?
Jamo. CM, that's a beautiful analysis. I'm with you on this aspect where, we are at risk, all right? We are at risk of potential more downside potential. Look, this is what people need to ask themselves, all right? What is the catalyst, right, that will propel prices higher? Okay, this is the question. People don't ask questions. You know how people are. They're like, who are you, like to say, baboons? They just follow YouTubers. That those YouTubers don't ask themselves questions. No one is really critical about anything these days. People are just, following moon boys, lady boys, whatever. I don't know what it is, but we know how most people do it. Okay, but what I'm suggesting is that people start asking critical questions. Okay, for example, one of the main questions I'm asking myself is, what can propel price higher? Okay, now some people are going to say institutions are buying CM, right? So, and then I'm going to answer them, all right, so I've been seeing so many companies, stock market companies, transitioning into being DATs, like treasury companies, buying Bitcoin in the past 2 months. Price is just going down. Okay, other people are going to say, and we were getting the heat in the past month about everything is going to change when rate cut is going to happen in September. Everyone was like, "Urgh." And we were like, maybe, let's see. And lo and behold, rate cut came. What happened to price? Went down. Okay, so someone in this crowd, if you believe prices are going to go up, prove me, okay, give me a narrative, give me a catalyst, okay? Now, I know there are some potential catalysts out there, okay, and I'm thinking about it, but I want to hear your opinions. So what do you think can be the catalyst? Put it in the comment section. Ask us, prove us what do you think it is, because I'm saying people are not critical enough. So that's what I'm saying, CM. What is going to propel the prices up higher? And if there isn't anything, or if that doesn't work, what is stopping gravity from happening on Bitcoin for price going down? Because you shared, your chart, and you showed something, and I just want to show how this can turn instantly into a very bearish chart. Okay, people don't appreciate it, but you know how me and you we feel like Picasso every now and then, though. So for example, take a look at this Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin, okay, do something really shady, okay, something like this, another small shoulder, bam, going down like this, retesting, going back up. This 200-day moving average is going to do something like this. Price is going to go come back higher, retest it, create the right shoulder, and bam, all of a sudden you have one of the biggest freaking worst head and shoulders you can have, topping formation on Bitcoin, and it creates such a bearish price action, getting you inside a bear market. Prove me this is not going to happen, okay? Because might be, man, might be. People are not asking enough questions. Now, again, we're not doom and gloom people. We're not bearish, okay? We're not perma bears at all. We're just traders that are asking questions, okay? Because for me and CM, what we do is just we trade the price action. Price action momentum showing going down, we're going to go down with it. Wants to go up, we're going to go up with it. But it's on you, for example, a lot of our viewers, to kind of try to prove what your thought is. Try to prove us wrong, man. CM, that's what I think on Bitcoin. I'm saying, what will propel prices higher? I want to hear an answer. And what is stopping prices from going down and creating huge worse head and shoulders? What do you think?
Well, man, if the S&P and the Nasdaq will pump, it might push Bitcoin,
Sure.
back into its highs. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't see anything that will send it now, especially now that there is the MicroStrategy chart is getting more bearish now. It's
Exactly.
now starting to break bearish. So MicroStrategy was the engine of this bull market for Bitcoin. It was the engine, and now if the stock will break bearish, the engine might lose his fuel power, because the people from the company, the board will tell him, they will tell Mr. Saylor, shush, puppy, stop buying Bitcoin, puppy. You need to take care of the stock, because the stock, is what what is the money, the capital of these people, these investors,
Mhm.
that are part of the strategy stock, and the company. So they want to back their own bums instead of helping save the world by buying more Bitcoin. So I think Mr. Salo will have to sit in the corner for a little bit and stop buying Bitcoin like a gambler, because bro, they have enough, they have enough, they've been
Yeah.
buying Bitcoin in huge amount. I don't know how much they have, but they have a ton of Bitcoins. They have enough. If Bitcoin do a double, another double, the board of strategy will tell Taylor, hey man, we have enough of this shitcoin to be billionaires. Okay, we just need a double and we're good. You know what I mean? So he not really, there is no need really to buy more Bitcoin for Sailor. The only ones that
Man.
new ones, you have the Meta Planet and all this. But is it enough? The retail are not buying. BlackRock are selling now. You know.
I mean, look, MSTR. Look, I don't know what's what's the structure in the company, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is where does he get his money from? He gets his money from new people that buy debt. All right, so he doesn't sell shares per se. He is actually creating debt for the company. It's a bit of a different structure, a different vehicle, but it doesn't matter. It's kind of the same idea where at the end someone will just stop. People will just stop lending him money because it's going to be ludicrous. How much more, can it go up And as you see, he's still buying and price is going down. What do we have here, CM?
Jomo, we need to congratulate Mr. Barbosa. Just recently joined the VIP. So welcome, Mr. Barbosa. I don't have my hat here, but I will take it off for you. Welcome, man. Anything you need, we're available. You can chat with us there. And stay tuned for the trade alerts that are coming. And yeah, man, check out the message I send you on private on WAP with all the instructions on how to buy breakout. Make sure you watch these videos, sir. That's very, very important. Welcome to the family. And by the way, we have hello from Mr. Jan. As always,
Peace, Jan.
Our only viewer, Mr. Macedonia. Say hello, Mr. Macedonia. How are you, sir? Thank you. This guy Philip asked, should I get into RWA coins? No, you should get in the VIP. We want to tell you on the next Bitcoin bounce, which will happen, we believe we're going to get a major altcoin rally. Could be type of a 2017 one. Who knows? We're going to get a major altcoin rally, in my opinion. And yeah, you shouldn't buy RWA coins because there are many of them, and most of them look like absolute rubbish. You're gonna lose all your money. You better buy yourself a membership with us and join our trades with us, because we trade the market leaders. We don't trade sector. We're not just buying RWA. What is RWA? Who gives an F about RWA? You know, they didn't pump at all in the last pump. The only coins that were pumping were Binance coins, pump, and another meme coin thingy, and another few random coins.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, don't try to trade sectors that you heard a Japanese guy on YouTube or the Chinese dude, a Chinese guy, that have 200 million followers with, and he's talking to the camera. Oh, look at me. And he's, we have this amazing new coin, the blockchain. Man, every coin he's telling to his audience to watch, he's a rug pull. He's a rug pull. I'm talking about 200,000 followers, all getting wrecked. Oh, it's the best RWA. All AI, everything is rubbish, man. People are just completely lost, Mojomo. They're lost.
No, for sure. People are lost, man. No, man, but that's the thing. That's why we are a beacon of hope in YouTube, because no one is really trying to teach anything about how reality works as a trader. People are just, people are just delusional. Delusional about how things work, man.
Mr. Jonas Huber, how are you doing, sir? He asked you, is 20K enough to trade with your strategies?
Man, for sure, most definitely, we have people that have less than that. Okay,
5K,
it's actually quite a nice sum for a retail starter, beginner trader. That's actually quite a nice sum to start with. You should definitely come and check us out, man. I mean, that's actually quite a sweet spot for someone that is kind of just starting and wants to increase his professionalism, his expertise, and want to have an expedited way towards creating a lifestyle, because some people actually start with like $1,000. That's harder, right? It will take you longer until you can get to a lifestyle where you can self-sustain with starting with $1,000. But starting with 20K, you can definitely reach a lifestyle that we believe is a beautiful lifestyle, at a very nice time frame. Okay, so definitely come join us out. We can check the regular VIP, or if you're really serious, because I don't know who you are, man, maybe you just want to make trading your living, just consider joining the Elite VIP, which is for really serious people. You get hand-by-hand work coaching with me and CM on a daily basis, man. All the good stuff. What do you think, CM?
Yeah, man. Let's look some coins. Okay, let's look on the darlings of the channel. Let's look on ZBCN for the Zebek hodlers that they love it. I love ZBCN as well, but we're forming here a weekly doji on the weekly on ZBCN, not looking good. If it will close like that, we're probably going to see more downside in the coming weeks for Zebek, or at least sideways. Definitely not up after this doji, but you never know. That's Zebek. Zebek in serious trouble. You can see it's below the 50-day MA now, turning down. now also probably broke below the 100 DMA. So yeah, once the coin is below the 50 and the 100, it's not good. Bad stuff are happening, and the 200 is just here below. So it can definitely take the 200. We'll see next week what's going to happen with the markets. But Zebek is in a risk of another little dumpy if it loses the 35. Let's look on KAS. Look a quick look on Kaspa. Kaspa is still in wrecked city. Nothing has changed. Cooked. It's still cooked as long as it's below this trend line. I actually like this trend line. If it can, set up here under this trend line and break, let's say in November, like in 2023, November breakout on Kaspa, bam, I'm definitely taking this trade. But that's a big if. That's a big if. So Kaspa is still very, very cooked. What else do we have? Oh, by the way, the total.
You talked about ZBCN, CM, and you didn't talk about how it was a news failure on that partnership announcement.
I made a video about it, but yeah, they had a fake out on the announcement with the Deutsche Bank nonsense. So
all unity, I think it's called.
Sell the news nonsense. They actually sold it. They pumped and they sold. And if the bulls will not step in and hold this level, there is a risk of another leg down here for Zebek.
I think it's gearing up for a potential short, CM. I mean, I made a video about this also today, but ZBCN is not looking good. We get all the hate about it, but hey, we just speak our reality. You can hate it, you can dislike it, we don't care, okay? We just talk what we see. Right now, all the red flags on ZBCN are flashing. You had a huge catalyst that actually turned out to be sell the news, meaning someone big used, retail liquidity as exit liquidity, and it couldn't bounce afterwards. It's actually going down. Trend lines breaking down, support levels being broken down. We've seen this happen in the past. Unfortunately, CM, look, me and you both, we love ZBCN. We thought this is going to be a huge winner, and it can still be, all right? It can still turn out. The market can turn around, and ZBCN can charge ahead again. But right now, okay, from a standpoint of today, with the evidence that we have right now for the short-term action, there's a risk out there, and we've been trying to outline that risk for people to understand, man. But that's sell in the news event, the PP man.
This is the PP man. It start with these wicks, okay, these topping tails. They create the big PP. Okay, so remember, now there is a risk that the PP man will take a big PP on ZBCN. So just pay attention, Zebek hodlers, because you might round trip if you bought it here and you're still holding. You might round trip. You never know. Not a financial advice. That's Zebek at the moment. Again, if it can break the downward trend, I'm going extremely bullish, and I'm gonna buy everything I can and will trade it. But as long as it's below the downward trend and you have the PP man forming here, I'm gonna be bearish till proven otherwise.
Yo, CM, I want to ask you a question about a coin that was, I know it was a huge, it's a coin from last cycle. What do you think about, just a few sentences, AXS last cycle? Give me one word that, describes AXS of 2021. One word.
Legendary.
Fast. Legendary. Okay, so look at this. You said legendary. So I made a video about Kaspa a couple of days ago, and I, outlined a lot of the risks that is happening on Kaspa and blah, 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 whatever. And I said, to people that if Kaspa, potentially can pull off an AXS, that'll be beautiful. Let me share the chart, okay? So this is the AXS chart. You're going to see it in just 1 second. Oh, no, this is not the right one. This is going to be the AXS chart here. Okay, beautiful. So this is the AXS chart in 2021, okay? So it had a bull run. This was the move up. This was a stage 2 uptrend. Then it had a shorter, but still a significant stage 2, 3 topping, and then went sideways. And I told Kaspa that it's a long shot, okay, all the Kaspans, but if it can pull, if Kaspa can pull what AXS pulled last cycle, then Caspans should be extremely grateful. Extremely grateful. Look, it's just printing. XS made a huge move. Now, why am I saying it? Because XS was one of the coins that had a one cycle, and then the second cycle was in the same Bitcoin cycle. It had a second cycle upwards, okay? Just like people are hoping Caspa is going to have, okay? And you can see it actually continued higher, higher and higher and higher. This was a very ferocious move. Now, CM, Caspa right now, and
Not
I
the same.
acknowledge it's not the same. I acknowledge it's not the same at all, to be honest. It's actually very, very different. However, you know, someone look at the trolls, yeah. The trolls. Someone told me, you know how I know that you don't know what you're doing because you because you compared Casper to AXS. And this comes to show, okay, to people, and he's saying it that I'm a fool because Casper is better than AXS, he's saying. And I'm saying if Casper will pull an AXS, man, people need to be extremely happy because right now, man, it's just going sideways. Because you said it, right? It's going sideways. You're looking at this trend line. If this trend line breaks out, then you're going to be happy, probably taking it and so and so. But again, you know, if we are, and we said it, okay, if we are at a risk of a top, okay, on a Bitcoin top, potentially again, and I'm waiting for people on the comment section to kind of try and prove, you know, give me a counter argument, give me a narrative, give me a catalyst to push crypto higher. No one is actually answering so far, okay? But if it doesn't, you know, this trend line is also a trend line going to be broken down. Actually, right now we're closer to this lower trend line than we are closer to the higher trend line. So even on Casper, and you know how we love Casper, we made a little money, you know, a lot of our around Casper and whatever. It can break down. What will all the hodlers in the crowd do if this happens? Do they have a plan, CM? Do they have a plan if something like this
Panic sell.
happens?
They go into panic sell once it's break below the 0.005. Some actually
Worse.
the smart one will panic sell. The
Yeah,
smart
exactly.
one.
Exactly.
The dumb one, the ones that think they are smart, will
Buy
hodl.
it. Buy the dip.
And will average down.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how they buried their own graves, you know.
Over and over again.
Covering themselves with mud and dead corpses, you know. They're just building instead of making their life better, they just going closer and closer to their last day on the planet. Sad, but this is the truth story of every first crypto trader cycle. Hodler is ended with complete financial death. Happened to me. I was a hodler. All my money, lost everything on 2018. Everything. Every cycle teach the hodlers that hodling is a scam. But some never learn. Some are just staying baboons, or they just never come back, never resurrect themselves. You know, I came back from the dead. You know,
You got resurrected there.
yeah, most people cannot come back from the death. It's a tough place to be in. You know, it's a tough place, and it is what it is, man. We have some comment here. Not this guy. This guy. He asks you, what brokerage do you use for stock trades?
That's a good question, man. Look, I used to use a couple of different ones, but right now I'm just using Interactive Brokers. You know, I find it safe, I find it sound, and I find it good towards my swing trading style, because on stock trading, I swing much more than I swing on crypto, because crypto is not crypto, is crapto. You have pump and dumps all the way, so you find yourself somewhat of a mix between short-term trading and and momentum breakout trading. It's almost never a real swing. You know, if you get to a 2 weeks hold on a coin, that's amazing. But on stocks, I can get even a couple of months in it. So Interactive Brokers.
Yeah, man. We are breakout traders, man. That's what we do. We trade mainly breakouts, and that's the best.
Or breakdowns. We're momentum
breakdown.
traders, right? Momentum traders go with the momentum. So if the momentum is up, we're going to take the breakouts upstairs, let's call it. If the momentum is shifting and it's going down, we're going to use the momentums to take the breakdowns, okay? But And this is the misconception, CM. A lot of people just think any breakout of any price level is just a breakout, or any breakdown is a breakdown is a breakdown. No, there are many nuances within how to exactly execute, okay, these types of trades to be successful, okay? Which type of tactics to use as stop loss, which type of tactics to use in taking profits, you know, position sizing and more. So, hey, by the way, for this Uno Dos, I don't remember if he already joined or didn't join at all just yet, but definitely, you know, because I remember seeing him around, man.
If he would have joined, he know we are breakout traders.
Yeah,
Every
probably.
trade I post is buy the breakout above. You know, that's the trades, man.
Yeah. So
So
Uno Dos
Uno,
needs to just join.
Uno, join VIP. You have a coupon down below, 25%, man. We have maybe couple of months more. You might get one more altcoin bull on the next Bitcoin bounce, and then that's it. It's gonna be a short fiesta, a short sellers fiesta. It's gonna be unbelievable bear market for making ROI using short trades. So really, either way, if you join us, you're going to be on the right side of the train. Whether we're going up, we long, we go down, we short, my friend. That's what we do.
Exactly.
The only one is asking if you have a screener for crypto or you manually scan using simple volume filter to get the top movers added to your watch list.
Man, I love the questions by the lonely one. You know, I love to call him the lonely one. Look, these are beautiful questions. And it's kind of sad that you haven't came to, most of our webinars and stuff, because I believe that you would have learned quite a lot, man. In my course, by the way, I have an amateur to pro course where I discuss specifically I discuss all my screeners, all my scanners, and how I do it, because I mix things up. I have like all the coins on lists by exchanges, and I do that once, twice, sometimes 3 times a week. I go all over the market. And I do have like screeners exactly for momentum, for the up, for the downside. So we do everything, man. Everything. And I even have a website to find new coins, which is an edge that most people don't really have. That helps me quite a bit, man. So all of the above, man.
Drop him your course, man, on the WAP. Drop him the link, and also drop me the link later, so I will put it on my channel, because I don't have the link to to your complete trader course, you know?
Yeah, because also anyone that comes to the Elite VIP, for example, gets that course. So you can come to the Elite VIP and you get everything by me and CM, all the signals, all the market updates, and both of our courses, which are kind of, they go hand by hand in a sense. They kind of complement each other also. So I will definitely do that. But also anyone that is considering to learn from our courses can do that while benefiting all the rest of the things by joining the Elite VIP, So I think that's a better way to go.
Last year, you told people to get out of Kaspa in September, October. I was a Kaspa Maxi. I'm so happy that I listened to this channel, because it saved me thousands of euros. Christoph the man. Good job, man. Some people are not baboons, man, Jomo. Some people are actually not eating bananas all day.
Yeah.
They're actually eating some steaks, some good stuff, So
look, it's the same thing. The success rate in trading is like 4 or 5%. So 4 or 5% of people are not baboons. Also, on the live audience, man, man, all the trolls. It's so funny, man.
I wish I attended. I just been busy trying to rebuild my capital for the last year or so, but I appreciate you still answering me.
I remember the lonely one said something about making some bad mistakes last year. That's where I don't remember exactly the lonely one. If you want to share it over here, share it. I forgot exactly what happened, but I do remember you said something about making some mistakes, and then we haven't seen you for a while. Look, it will be our pleasure to help you rebuild your confidence, all right, with building your capital, okay? Because sometimes while trying to rebuild capital, you don't rebuild your confidence back, okay? And if you don't rebuild your confidence, then you will not rebuild your capital, okay? So, hey, again, we answer you here as much as we can, but I do want to work with you if you want to allow it. So go check the VIP, man. Come, you know, it will
Just
shorten the
join,
curve.
lonely one. Just join the Jomo VIP, man. Come on, you have 25% off if you want to get rid of it with crypto payments. Drop me an email. You have my email below, man. Come on, man. Stop with the nonsense. Okay, let's continue, guys. If you have any question, as you can see, Jomo, the all the baboons that were telling us last live, hey, what about AVNT? What about ASTR? What, they all cooked. Probably they lost all the they got ragged already.
Man,
Disappear. People disappear, man. It's amazing. It's amazing market, you know. What do we have? Okay, so let's look on some stuff. Okay, oh, let me look on some stuff to scare people. Okay, we had the MSTR. I'm the MSTR. I'm the MSTR Doom Boy. Okay, so this is
no,
this
it
is
topped, man. This is a chart that topped, like huge probability. It had that wick, that huge parabolic move, like many months ago. Look, man, you know.
yeah,
Come on.
absolutely. For me, it looks like it topped, and the worst thing that it broke below the 50 week. That's for me is like the death, the angel of death is coming. Whether it's gonna bounce, for me, the bear market for MSTR triggered. Okay, it can bounce maybe with a fake Nasdaq rally or whatever they want to pull it off, and then do it like a triple top. But the bear market triggered, triggered. That's a trigger, man. That's the triggering event. It's already triggered. Okay, now we will see if it's gonna spill now with the PP man, or if it's gonna bounce and then spill with the PP man. But the death is coming. The clock is ticking. MSTR is a ticking time bomb, sir. Is
Man,
it?
you said something over here that, I think I disagree with. I agree with most of the things you said, but the fact that it can bounce back up above, the moving average, I'm not sure, okay? You know
No,
why?
no, no. I'm not saying with high probability, but it might have a bounce. You know, it might get a bounce. And if the stock market continue, you know, maybe it will pull it bounce up. You know, it
No,
can.
go to the daily. Put it on a daily for just 1 second and zoom in. Look at the retest it had. The retest to the 200-day. Yes.
The
This is
death cross is
this
coming.
this is the retest. It's the first time, CM. Look at the chart. Go all the way back. You can see that at times the price almost went and closed below that moving average, but it never closed below and then retested and continued down. It didn't do that all this bull market. This is a
Yeah,
change in character. Okay,
yeah.
this
True.
this is the clues. Okay, that me and you, we, as I say it all the time, we're detectives. Okay, this, if you want to succeed as a trader, if you want to succeed as an investor, stop inflating your chest in my comment section saying, oh, but the market is going to go up. Like, I have seen all inflating mofos. Okay, show me, prove me wrong. Okay, prove me wrong with data. This is called a character change. For example, for MSTR, it's the first time in years that it closed below 200 moving average, retested it, and went lower.
That's the black swans. Oh, now they're white, but that's the swans that are heading to MSTR, man. This is That's it, man. Michael Saylor is cooked, man. We're going to his man. We're going to make a nice little funeral for MSTR. We're gonna bring a lot of swans into the decoration, and Mr. Saylor will be in the side PP on the tree doing his PP.
I'm sure I'm sure a lot of professional traders actually took a short on the MSTR retest. Now, of course, market can change, blah blah blah, whatever. Trump inflates the market with trillions of dollars. If that happens, I will upgrade my views, but that doesn't matter. So,
Pino, Mr.
yeah.
Pino. Hello, Mr. Pino. Thank you for your comment. By the way, guys, everybody that's watching, go to Jomo channel now. Drop a super like. He needs money for diapers. Really. We are in a serious situation. His baby is taking shit all over the place. All his house is in the ceiling. You have shit.
Yeah.
Please, super like for Jomo. 2, 3, 5, 10 euro, 100 euro be amazing as well for nice diapers for Mr. Jomo.
Yes, break the record. Go above 100, I think euros. Come on, break the record. We're dropping all this alpha for you people. Stop being cheap ass mofos and start, bringing the diapers.
Mr. Pino is saying, love the content. ZBCN good for long-term hodl. Please tell me also your price prediction for this cycle. Man, I will tell you. Look, ZBCN. Oh, nice chart. I'm gonna keep it. Man. I
keep it like this.
I love the swan, man. I love the swans. Look, ZBCN, man. For me, I told everybody if there was a coin I would hodl is ZBCN. Okay, as long as it's above its 200-day moving average and above that low, I'm gonna hodl it. If price breaks below the 200-day and stay below the 200-day, and you're getting a death cross, which the 50-day cross under the 200, bye, drop it. Okay, for me, hodl is something temporary. I'm holding it till something happens, or till it go parabolic, create a top, then I'm selling it, or till it invalidate my moving averages. All right, sir. So to answer your question, that's the question. If it breaks below now the threes, okay, if it start breaking below the threes and stay below the threes for many weeks, that's concerning. And if you're gonna get a death cross, you shouldn't never hodl a coin with a death cross. Now, if it breaks down, get a death cross, and then bounce back up, you can always buy back later on a higher price. It doesn't matter, but at least you know the storm is behind you. Because if you're holding something that is technically breaking bearish, for example, in a couple of weeks, that's high risk. At the moment, you can safely hodl ZBCN. There is no worries, man. Just watch these levels, okay? This low here, the 23 and the threes, okay? These are your two areas you prefer. Obviously, preferably it will hold above this level. As long as it's above these two levels, you can safely hodl it. But I'm gonna hodl it. I'm not gonna hodl it. I'm gonna go into a swing trade. Swing trade is when I'm holding a coin for a good swing for maybe a couple of weeks or months. I'm gonna trigger it once it breaks above the downward trend. So if you want to get all my trade alerts, all our trade alerts, join our VIP, man. Stop wasting time. You're wasting time. Hodling, schmodling, praying for the God. While ZBCN is doing nothing, man, we had many trades in the doubles and triples and 50% and 70s and 80s and 150% moving up, on our bags, and we now making some nice ROI going short. So really, the goal in crypto, Mr. Pino, is to get more ROI to your account, okay? It doesn't matter if it's with ZBCN, with KAS, with Bitcoin, with XRP. The ones that come, they give you the signal. You long them or you short them for more ROI, for more wealth before the recession, before the financial crisis, man. That's the goal, man. And yeah, don't forget the goal, man. Don't forget the goal, okay? Don't fall for the hodl trap. Hodl will put you in a mindset. This is actually a very dangerous, toxic mindset, because they will tell you always hodl. Even if your ZBCN will do you 100x, they will tell you hodl, and then it will top out and come down, and then it will drop down. Let's say you had a million, now you have 500, and they will tell you, hey, hodl. Then your 500k become 250. They will tell you, hey, hodl, don't worry, it's all good. But hey, broke bearish, man, it's cooked. Then it will go back all the way down. Full retrace. You're gonna round trip all your gains. Why? Because you hodled. Hodl is a recipe for disaster. Trade them, swing trade them, just like you date women. Once they get ugly or stinky, you drop them. Okay, that's it, or whatever. Just like you eat McDonald's. Once you finish eating the McDonald's, you're not gonna buy another one, right? So the examples were horrible.
No, I get it. Look, the only one is actually giving it. So he's saying that, he lost like $40,000, right? Which is big. Okay, of course, he had huge winners at first and got overconfident. All right, so look, the classic thing. So thank you very much for sharing your story, the only one. I remembered something like that, man. And look, you're talking just like a champ, because you're learning everything that you can from this bad experience. And this is, look, this is a story for everyone. Okay, so he had good wins, market was good, conducive. He got cocky, that's what he's saying, overconfident, which eventually led him to actually putting bigger positions while the market was actually changing its conditions, right? So market environments, they don't stay, static. They change. You can have an amazing trading environment for a couple of weeks, then all of a sudden you get nothing to chop. So you should better get out of the trades before that happens to not give back all the profits. Then it can go short trading environment and so on and so forth. But the worst thing you can do is get cocky, thinking that you're a genius right now, double down on your losses while the market is changing in character. So that's a bad thing. So, and he says that he was very aggressive in positioning. And I think he said somewhere that he used leverage also, which, is me and you, CM. We advocate against using leverage at all. Look, you have capital, use your capital. The thing about crypto, CM, it's already a leveraged asset. Okay, think about it. You can have a coin that makes on Binance with huge volume 1200, 12x in 2 days, like MYX. All right, you get leverage just by trading these shit coins, because they are giving you the added leverage. You don't need to use, let's call it mechanical leverage in exchanges. That's just adding to your risk. We do not support that. Okay, you need to be very smart about your position sizing, very smart about your risk management always. Okay, and very smart about your tactics of taking profits. And again, Sam, look, this is the part, trading is part science, but a lot of it is, creative. Understanding market environments, CM, and how they change, that's a huge skill set that it takes years to cultivate. How long do you think it took you to cultivate the understanding, not even saying, the professionalism, but the understanding that you need to think about each market environment differently? How long did it take you?
Yeah, a long time, 5 years.
Probably. Yeah.
Something like 6 years maybe, and every cycle you get new type of a market. The market always changing, so everything always get more and more. You always need to sharpen your sword with the market, especially with the crypto market, with such a stinky, fast, non-stop, 24/7 shitcoin market. You have to be on top of it all the time. This is a full-time job. It's not even a full-time job. It's like a full-time corporation job, like an army of traders. You need to really grasp what's going on in the crypto nonsense. So people that try to get it alone, honestly,
Years.
they're gonna fail. They're gonna fail because most people don't have the time I have or you have allocated to the market. They think, oh, I'm just gonna give it 1 hour, or half an hour a day. They're cooked, man. You need to be all in all day, all your life, to sacrifice into studying the market and everything. And you need to have a plan and a strategy, and something that will guide you. It takes years. It will take them a whole their life, and most of them will fail. Why? Well, they're baboons, man. there are not a lot of people that have the willpower and the discipline, me and you have, that you go deep into learning the grades, learning the trader's mindset, learning all this stuff, the psychology, learning and understanding and applying principles, golden principles from the champion trade. People don't do that anymore, man.
No,
People
they don't.
are baboons, man. They just take out their stupid phones. This is how a baboon is looking today. They take the phone. Hey Siri, what is the price prediction for Dogecoin 2028?
No, I hope not, man.
Bro, that's how grown men behave today. Baboons, man. Absolute baboons. And it is what it is, man. I'm telling you what I think and what I see and with who I deal with, in the world, who I talk with, brainstorm with, people I meet, the type of human material, let's call it. The human material these days, people just have nothing of greatness. They are a bunch of baboons. And that's why they're going to fail, man. Just like you have one Michael Jordan, one LeBron James, you have only one Mark Minervini and one William O'Neill. You cannot reproduce these great traders, but you can follow them. And we invite you, join our VIP, because without us, you're cooked, my friends.
For sure. For sure. Look, Mr. Moto Trades is saying he respects us. Cheers, Mr. Moto Trades. Thank you very much. Mr. Pino Q is actually adding. He says that he has quite a bit of ZBCN, my brothers. Look, Pino, what I suggest, because you're asking those questions, you should definitely, okay? You should stop everything, because if you make mistake with big positions, that hurts.
How much is 217 million ZBCN in dollars?
Roughly 800K or something like that.
Holy
no, because look,
Pino,
we don't know when he entered, if he's at a loss. We don't know anything.
Listen, Pino, listen to Jomo now. He will tell you exactly what you need to do, but I will tell it to you for like in a sentence. Join Elite VIP, book a call with us ASAP. Okay, you have capital, you need to know how to manage it. We have strategies to manage for you, for your capital, in the right way, so you can sleep at night, because apparently you're very, very stressed. You ask these questions, and that's an important, amazing questions, but it's having a lot of stress on your life because you have a lot of capital in this coin. You need somebody or a strategy that will give you a peace of mind. We're gonna tell you exactly what to do with them, how to put the stops, how to treat this capital, and how to be relaxed. You're gonna be relaxed. Join Elite. Jomo, tell him, Jomo.
No, look, this reminds me of the people that we kind of saved on the KAS.
Yes.
A lot of people came to our Elite from KAS, and we told them, what we believe it's the best MO for them to do. And we saved people from huge losses, CM, huge. We're talking about the millions for some people, okay? So we know the value that the Elite VIP gives to people. So we suggest you, Mr. Pino, definitely do what CM said. Just scan the QR code or check it out if you're on mobile. Check it out in the link in the description. The first thing we do is a call with both of us, and we will share. We do a questionnaire. We do multiple professional things to make sure we put you in the right direction. Because look, whether you like it or not, okay, a lot of people that have good capital, CM, it's because they made it out of their business or out of some other investments they had. And those people, usually alpha males, they have strong opinions, and those strong opinions in the market gets people wrecked because they hold for way too long without risk management in mind. Trading is very different than building businesses, okay? So hey, scan the QR code, come join us, have a call with us. We'll make sure you have a strategy. As CM said, you need to be relaxed in mind, and that's perfectly fine. But he's saying something that I don't really appreciate over here, CM. He said that we said that ZBCN will go to 0.05 cents minimum. Okay, we never said that. Okay, never have we ever said that. Okay, have we said that if it continues, it can go higher in price? we gave it can make a 5, a 10x if, and that was months ago, after it had a beautiful breakout, can continue, you know, if Bitcoin was on the level of continuation, momentum, strength, liquidity. So there's a lot of variables, but we never said minimum. We never said it's going to go somewhere minimum, CM. So that's also something that I endorse over here. What do you think, CM?
Yeah, man, we do not give financial advice, or sometimes, you know, I make this fun price prediction, but it's only for entertainment, you know, nothing. And I always say, hey, it's only entertainment, and this is only if we break out and if we get
Exactly.
three impulses up. This guy is just hearing what he wants to hear, and that's it, you know. But it's not the case. There are triggers, there are conditions. As long as we Pino, we are now below the downward trend for ZBCN. Pino, look, Pino.
And the thing about it, we don't even know his entry. What all we know, he can be at a 50% loss already. Who knows if he got in at the top at the 70s and is now bleeding his ass off?
Yeah,
that would be a shame.
Yeah. But look, man, as long as it's below the downward trend, really, it's risky to hold it. You don't want to hold it, man. Like, you know what I mean? There is a risk of much more downside, and you need to have a plan for what you're doing if it's going lower. And we're gonna help you with that. If you're just gonna hodl, Pino, you might be putting yourself in a risk of something like that, because this kind of behavior happened for XCN, for example. Look at XCN. Obviously, it had a bigger pump than Zebek. A little bigger pump, I think. Like, what was it? Like a double the pump of Zebek? Something like a double the pump of Zebek. A little bit more. A little bit less. So you can see it had this blow off, okay, just like Zebek had. First sell off, then a lower high, a big pump, but just to make a lower high. Now Zebek is here now, okay? You might be due for something like this. Do you want to be in something like this for another couple of months, maybe even a year or two? You know, this thing could be cooked. Okay, so again, Mr. Pino, these coins, they are following some kind of patterns. A lot of times they behave very, very the similar way. And just like Jumbo said, we are detective. We are doing the research that we need to do in order to help our members for the best way. Some members of us are hodlers, and we're helping them hodl in a safe way, obviously with stops and some, you know, conditions. Because the most important thing, Pino, the first most important thing to do is manage risk and not taking big losses. Because if you take a big loss, then it's very, very hard to grow your account, because the loss is so big. You need a major move and some very strong buy and trades to really offset the loss. So the first goal is don't take a big loss. Now, if you're holding a downtrend, there is a risk of a big loss. So you need to know what you're doing, Pino. This is you're dealing with high amounts. This is nice capital. This is very nice amount of capital to be in one coin. That's actually very risky as well. When you put so much capital in one coin, that's very risky. You need to know how to spread your capital. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, all right? You need to have, okay, you want to hodl ZBCN? Okay, you want to swing trade ZBCN for now? Okay. But there are other coins that are setting up with much less risk and much more potential ROI that you should have as well. That's why we invite you to join our VIP, because we're going to show you ways that you can get more ROI regardless if ZBCN will pump or not. You know, ZBCN is not Jesus. It's not Muhammad, you know? We're not worshiping ZBCN. You get me, Pino? Our Jesus is the US dollar, is the euro. Give me this, you know? That's what we want. We want more of these babies, you know? And if ZBCN is the messenger to take us there, sure, we're gonna ride it for sure, easy. We know where to enter. Everything is planned. But if it's not, we have other messengers, man. Many messengers that will take us to the promised land, my friend. All right. And look, Mr. The Only One is also telling you, protect your capital, Pino. Don't be greedy like I was. And join VIP. Remember, Lonely One, only one. The only reason you got wrecked is because you never joined the service. Our service will save your poor soul from the baboons with the bananas. The fact you didn't join, you stayed with the pack of the baboons instead of joining the pack of wolves. That's it, man. Just like you want to build the best physique, you're going to train with the best trainers, and you're going to become the best trainers. You're going to become the best boxer, the best whatever you want. You want to become the best investor, the best trader. Follow the best, man. You know, get yourself a service. It doesn't have to be ours, but just get someone that is good, that's been doing it for a while, that can teach you, you know? Okay. Pino, brother, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, he was talking about other YouTubers. That's okay. That's all well and dandy, man.
And another big mistake, Pino. Never listen to YouTubers. They are all babies. They have much less capital than you in the game. They are playing with lunch money from their daddies. They don't care to get wrecked because they trade on their peanuts their mommy gave them for Christmas. You're not in the same tier of individuals, okay? Don't listen to these clowns on YouTube telling you that this coin will go to 0.5 cents because the guy, the teenager from Texas told you, because the AI on his TikTok told him it will go there. Come on, man. Are you serious? Phoenix. Hey guys, great to see you. Thanksgiving for sharing. Woohoo! Thanks. Thank you, sir. Thank you. My entry is approximately 0.001. Okay, man. All right, man. Yeah, you're definitely gonna get wrecked if you're planning to hold it for 0.5, man. Not over yet. Yeah, maybe he's a billionaire. If he is a billionaire, man, I will tell you why he is not a billionaire. If he is listening to clowns on YouTube predicting nonsense, he's not a billionaire. If he is a billionaire, he is the biggest baboon millionaire ever seen on earth. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, could be, man. Could be. Could definitely be the case. Could definitely be the case. Okay, man. Okay. Patreon is dead. Patreon is dead now. Now it's WAP, man. Join the WAP. WAP is better.
We have someone from El Paso, Salamander. Hola, El Paso, ¿cómo está? Che, ¿todo bien? ¿Cómo andas en El Paso, Texas? Look at the 1-2. So you are a it's like he he had a delay. Man, I love you. Thank you very much. This was a great comment, man. Great comment, man. I love it, man. See, I feel this is a good way to kind of, get towards the end, but whatever you want, man. You want to go a bit further?
Whatever. If you want to answer the lonely one or you want to wrap it, we wrap it. I don't care.
Oh yeah, he had the last question. Let's do the lonely one last question. What is he saying over here? He's saying, why did you choose to trade crypto over stocks? Is it because of the higher volatility and having many uneducated market participants? So first of all, crypto for me was the first market that had good success. Okay, so I was trading stocks before that, but in crypto back in 2017, that was, so this was the market that hooked me into trading. and changed my life per se. So I think that's the main answer. And also I believe that the vehicles of tech, which means the exchanges themselves, are just so much more slicker in crypto than they are in stocks. Look, all these stocks brokers, man, they seem like from the 1980s, so they're less appealing for me in that sense. Yeah, I think that's for me. That's my answer, mainly because that was where I had my first big success. CM?
Yeah, man, crypto is much better. The stocks you have gap downs, and gap downs, they gap over your stops, so that's horrible shit, and I don't like it. So I don't trade so much stocks, but I might move to stocks next cycle. We'll see how crypto will behave next cycle. But for now, I prefer trading crypto. My stops always working. Trade on futures, very low fees. On the stocks, you have tons of fees, man, and brokerage, and everything is is reported. Is much more surveillance. So for me, I like crypto because it's more shady. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. I get it, man. John was flexing his Spanish. Man, Spanish is my language, hermano. Sophia is saying the best two to ever do it taught me how to trade with stops. Look, Sophia, we appreciate the fact that look, if I can teach everyone here one thing, CM, is risk management, man. If at least, using stops. If people don't use stops, they don't understand the beauty of small risk, high asymmetric reward. If people don't get that, then I believe they're smoked. You must understand that in order to win big, you need to cut your losses short. Okay? So that's a big thing. Sophia, I appreciate you saying that, because that for me is a big win. Teaching you risk management and using stop losses. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. What else, CM? We're good? Everyone, thank you very much for coming to our chat. Don't forget to come to the show once again. Give us the super thanks, the super chat, hype us on YouTube, smash the like on Twitter, retweet, do all the beautiful stuff. We are here pouring our heart here for you. The least you can do is give us your heart back. Till next time, no edge,